welcome back to the channel. In my journey to visit as many national parks as possible, I have come up to Voyageurs National Park here in Minnesota. I'm going to be camping for 2 nights with my dad. I'm super excited to go canoeing, looking for wildlife, photographing the night sky, and my dad's also going to be doing some fishing. It's going to be just really calm, relaxing, and fun out here in the remote national park. We're about to go pick up the canoe that we've rented, and I'm just so excited to share this little camping trip with you. It's been a while since I've gone camping, and also a while since I've visited a national park. I love the national parks here in the US. They're just so beautiful and really well maintained, and I'm excited to check this one off my list. Okay, the national park itself doesn't rent any kind of watercraft. So if you want to get out on the water, which most likely you do because this park is mostly water-based, you're going to have to rent from a nearby outfitter or resort. We got our canoe from the Ash River Resort. It's $100 a day, plus there's a $20 fee for them to deliver it to the launch for you. And we're launching from the Ash River Visitor Center, which is just a really small visitor center. Okay, our canoe is all packed up and we're about ready to go. We are staying at a front country campsite that is only like 3.2 miles from the visitor center, so it should be fairly easy. We just have to follow the shoreline. There are front country and back country campgrounds in Voyageurs National Park. And like I said, we're staying at a front country one just because it's easier and you don't have to do any portages. All the front country ones are on the water and are really scenic and have the same amenities. And I'll show you what they look like. I'll do a little campground tour once we get there. I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and hit the water. Located on the Canadian border, Voyageurs National Park consists of 30 lakes and beautiful woodland. It was named after the French-Canadian fur traders that once traveled through these waterways. Today, it is a popular place for boating, fishing, and camping. Entrance to the park is free. Captain's log. We've been going for maybe 20 minutes, maybe half a mile, we don't know. I don't know. It's very calm and beautiful. Motorized boats are allowed here too, so we've been watching the boats go by. We're the only canoe that I've seen so far. It's pretty hot. It's like the second week of September, but you know, it's pretty warm. Okay, Captain's log ending for now.
What'd you call it,
Captain's log? Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but there's like an old chimney up in there. Oh, we're gonna crash.
No,
we're gonna crash.
We're not gonna crash.
Okay, update, we did not crash. But look, there's an old, like, chimney. Cool. Okay, I've spotted what might be a loon out there. That's like the #1 bird I want to see. The state bird of Minnesota. Hauntingly beautiful song. And I want to go see it close up, maybe. So we're gonna try to kayak over there. Or I mean canoe over there. All right, a motorboat went by. Whoops, now we're rocking. The loons dove, but they might pop back out. So we're gonna keep exploring. Oh, they did pop out, there they are. Way up there. I don't think you can see on the camera, but I'm gonna try to get closer. There's something about being on the water that just makes me feel like an explorer, like I'm Lewis and Clark or something, you know? Out here, I'll be like, what's that? I don't know. It's been fun. We're maybe over halfway to the campsite. All right, we are almost there. The campsite should be over there somewhere in this little bay. All right, we've made it to our campsite, Old Dutch Bay. I'm so happy we're finally here at the campground. I'm glad I didn't choose one that was further away. Not that it was like hard paddling and there was like barely any wind, but I just didn't want to go any further. I'm a little bit tired. My butt hurts from sitting on the metal canoe for so long, but the campground is so cute. Let me give you a little tour. First of all, we're on this little bay, which I really like because that means there probably won't be a ton of boat traffic. We have a little dock. Not all of the campsites have a dock, but some of them do. We just have a canoe, so we don't really need a dock. But if you have a bigger boat, you can get one with a dock. And then from the dock, there's a short little trail up here. It's so beautiful. Like, look at those views. Wow, wow, wow. Anyway, so you go through here, and there are the camping pads for the tent. There's different size campgrounds here in the national park. The smallest ones have 2 sites like this. And then over here, there is a picnic table and a fire pit. And whoever was here left a little bit of trash, so boo on that. But they did leave some wood for us, so that's nice. You can use any like fallen dead wood, but you can't cut living wood for firewood. And then there's also 2 bear boxes, which is really important. Obviously, there are bears here. And I do want to see a bear really badly from a safe distance, obviously, but I don't know if we'll see a bear or not. I also really want to see a moose. Anyway, so there's bear boxes if you have food, which obviously we do. So we'll put our food in here at night. And then from here, there's just a short little trail walk to the toilet, which is just through here. Pretty little walk. And see, it's really nice and like maintained. Like, obviously they come through and cut the grass, I guess. Then just right up here, there's the toilet. It's just a little hole in the ground. And I like that there's not a building or anything around it, so that there aren't a ton of spiders and it's not really smelly and gross. So that's it. That's the campground. And there's Dad. What do you think so far?
I think it's absolutely beautiful.
I also wanted to say that if you are planning a trip to Voyageurs and are planning on camping, you should book your campsite relatively far in advance. We booked this one, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago, but a lot of the campsites were either already booked up or they only had a couple of days, which is why we're only going to be here 2 nights. So if you want to do like multiple days or like a whole week or something, make sure you book in advance so you can get a good spot. Okay, time to set up the tent. Okay, the tent is up and looking cute. It is really old and smells bad though, but hopefully it can air out a little bit before we go to sleep. Down from the campsite, these rocks are a nice place to sit and put your feet in the water. We also found these little mollusks here. It is so peaceful and quiet over here. I love it. I spent some time soaking in the beautiful nature at our campsite. It was so relaxing and peaceful. I loved listening to the bird song and gentle lapping waves. Many of the rocks in the park are cut through with pretty pink feldspar, which was cool to see.
I like that algae.
Looks pretty. Okay, we have our fire going. Thanks to Dad, he got it going in like a minute. Boy Scout. So here we go. Beautiful fire, beautiful view. The sun's gonna set over there over the lake. And I guess I'll show you what we're gonna have for dinner. Okay, soup isn't probably the first thing you think about when you think of camping food, but we're gonna heat these up. We have 2, we're gonna heat them up on the little stovetop thing, the little grate over the fire, just in the can, so we didn't have to pack like a bunch of bowls and stuff. But we have spoons and we're just gonna eat it out of here. We got this from Aldi and I've had it before, it's really good. Yeah, lentils have lots of protein, so it's a good choice. Okay, our fire did go out for a little bit, but Dad has built it up better than ever, and hopefully it does really well. Looks good. We're also gonna have s'mores later, and I'm super excited for that.
Well, let them cool for a while so we don't put our fingers. Need to eat some more fish to make it happen right.
That was Dad doing his loon call. I really want to hear some loons. They're really hauntingly beautiful, so maybe they'll sing for us. Okay, the soup was really good, but we probably did not need 2 cans. I also didn't bring very much stuff. I brought 1 plate and 2 spoons. No other silverware or bowls or anything, or pots. You'll see the other meals we have are pretty simple, but I just didn't want to have to lug a bunch of stuff in on the canoe. It was such a gorgeous sunset, beautiful pink and purple colors, and I love how it's reflected on the water and then with the little waves. It just is so beautiful. What do you think?
Oh, it's absolutely. Can you hear the fire crackling too?
Yeah, the fire's back there. Oh, there you can see it. Oh man, I'm really excited to see the night sky with all the stars. I want to try to do some like astrophotography, and we're hoping maybe the northern lights will show themselves. Apparently they're sometimes out during this time of year, but I think they're usually out more like later at night, and I don't think we're gonna be up that late, but we'll see. Either way, the stars hopefully are gonna be amazing.
I will probably poke my head outside that tent at least once tonight to see if they've come out, because I've been dying to take some more pictures of the northern lights forever.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. I really want to see the northern lights. I've never seen them.
I've got 1 shot of it at Split Rock Lighthouse, and that just doesn't fill my bucket list.
All right, I found a really nice stick for my marshmallow. Time to make some s'mores. Okay, first s'more done. It looks pretty good. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna eat it. Tell me in the comments, are you a slow and steady marshmallow cooker, or are you like me and you just want it done and you end up burning it and catching it on fire? I like it when they're slow roasted, but I'm just so impatient. The stars were insane that night, and I had fun photographing them. Unfortunately, the northern lights did not show themselves. Good morning. We survived the night. I did have a lot of dreams about bears, but as far as I know, none came into our campsite, which is good. Normally when we camp, we bring like this mattress pad that we put down under our sleeping bags, but because it's so big and cumbersome, we didn't bring it with us because, you know, we'd have to have it in the canoe and everything, and it probably would have gotten wet. A lot of our stuff got wet in the canoe, but we didn't bring it, and so we were just flat on the ground, so it was pretty uncomfortable. Like my hip bones, I had to keep rolling over, and even if I laid on my back, it hurt. So very uncomfortable, but I did sleep pretty well. I mean, when I was actually asleep, it was just uncomfortable and I had to keep rolling over. It is a gorgeous morning. The light is so pretty. All the birds are singing. There was a trumpeter swan this morning when I was like half asleep still, and I thought it was someone just yelling. But oh man, so beautiful. I'll show you what we're having for breakfast. Again, I told you the meals were like gonna be really simple, so we're just having like apples, these little Belvita breakfast things. I love these, with peanut butter. So yeah, pretty simple and tasty. The plan for the day is probably just going to be going out in the canoe, canoeing around, Dad'll fish, I'll look for wildlife, kind of just chill. We have one more night here at this campsite. Dad caught his first fish of the trip. Oh! Oh! Try to zoom in. No, we're not eating it. Did you pull it out? I'm recording at a really weird angle.
First smallmouth I've had in a long, long time.
Looking good.
You see it okay with the light?
Yeah.
Sun right behind him. Alrighty. He's unhooked and he's back to the wild.
Okay, yeah, so we're back out on the water. Dad's fishing. We're just kind of... Don't hook me!
I'm just going to catch your ear a little bit.
Okay, Dad wanted to show you what his setup looked like, I guess. But yeah, we're back out on the water. It's really nice this morning. Yesterday got pretty hot. It's probably going to get hot today too, but yeah, really nice. We have a lunch packed so we can stop whenever we get hungry and just pull up on shore somewhere. I'm excited to explore. Okay, Dad thinks he caught another fish. Or is it weeds?
Oh, that's a little northern pike. Get a picture? He's got teeth.
Yay!
Little baby northern. Well, his teeth don't look too bad, but they'll cut me up. I'm gonna just shake him off of that hook, and there he goes.
Okay, we found this little tiny sandy beach and we've pulled up. We're gonna rest, maybe eat some lunch. Maybe we can walk over there along the shore, I don't know, but yeah. It's a little windier today, which is nice in that it's cooler, but it's harder to row into the wind. But I just want to thank Dad for being awesome and doing like 95% of the paddling. It's like, oh, Rachel, you don't have to paddle. So I paddle a little bit here and there, and you know, if it needs to be done, but otherwise Dad's doing most of the paddling. Makes him feel like a Boy Scout, so yeah. Okay, we've walked down a little bit along the shore and there's a nice log bench, beautiful views. Yeah, I think this is a good place to eat lunch. All right, for lunch we have just meat, cheese, and crackers, plus a bunch of other little snacky stuff in here, trail mix, whatever. So here we are, here's the view. Very nice. Okay, we ate and rested in the shade for a little bit, and now we're going to navigate our way back to our campsite. I love this cute little island. Oh, isn't it adorable? Such a beautiful day. We're headed towards some rocks.
I understand.
Okay. Okay, we've made it back to the campsite. I think we're probably going to just chill until dinner time, so I will see you there. I did paddle a little bit more than I did before on the way back, just because we are going into the wind. So I'm tired. Anyway, we're gonna just chill. Okay, it's a few hours later. We took some naps, Dad in the tent, me just on a rock. And then I took some selfies. We did a little paddle around the harbor. The water is like glass. It's gotten really hazy in the sun. I don't know if you can see it behind me. It's like super red, probably because of fires somewhere. But we're gonna go ahead and make dinner. Okay, for dinner we're having tuna wraps. So this one's mine, this one's Dad. I got some lettuce, kind of salad mix, some tortillas, and super basic, super easy. Okay, yours is done. All right, we're gonna start another fire. Beautiful evening. It's cooled down a little bit. So yeah, we're probably maybe gonna have some more s'mores. Dad spotted a couple of beavers swimming by and I followed them and they swam down together and then they went to like one spot. It's like they knew exactly where they were going, exact tree branch they wanted to get. They got a branch, went back into the water and swam with it over again, and they're making cute little sounds. Oh, they're so cute. This is like the perfect s'more. Golden brown. I let the chocolate melt a little bit, so hopefully it's good. I'm so excited. Definitely super delicious. We're just gonna keep on chilling by the fire for a little bit and then go to bed. So I will see you in the morning for our last little bit of time here in Voyageurs National Park. Good morning. We are packing up and getting ready to canoe back to the visitor center. When we came in, it took about 2.5 hours, but I think if we just canoe straight and don't stop for loons and stuff, it should only take maybe about 2 hours. So we're gonna try to leave about 8 o'clock and then we can turn in our canoe and start the drive back to my grandma's house, which is about 3 hours away, and I'm super excited to take a shower. And then we're gonna spend the night there and then drive almost 9 or so hours back to our home in Missouri. But I just wanted to say that I have loved our time here in Voyageurs National Park. It is absolutely gorgeous, so serene and peaceful. Paddling around has just been so fun and relaxing, and especially since Dad does most of the paddling. But yeah, I've loved it, and our campsite is just so gorgeous. If you're planning on camping in Voyageurs National Park, definitely check out the Old Dutch Bay campground. It's also N29 if you're looking for it on the map. It is a wonderful spot. I love that it's on like this little secluded bay, so there's not a bunch of motorboats zooming by. There's been a couple of boats, but I think it's a no wake zone or something, so they're not, you know, motoring through and causing a bunch of, you know, wakes. And so it's a little quieter as far as boat traffic goes. Really nice, serene, and really shady. There's a dock. There's also a little beach you can like climb down to, and it's sandy, so if you're planning on swimming, if you're here like in the warmer months, that would be a cool option. So yeah, I've just really liked this campground. Oh, and especially since it's only like a little over 3 miles from the visitor center, it's not gonna take you a really long time if you're canoeing. But if you have a motorboat, it's also gonna take even less time. But yeah, definitely a really nice campsite. I am disappointed that we didn't see any bears or moose, but I kind of didn't think we were going to at a front country campground because, like I said, there's a lot of boat traffic on this lake. So there's probably not a bunch of moose and bears around here. If you're going to one of the backcountry ones, you're probably gonna have higher chances of seeing moose and bears, but we have seen a lot of birds. We saw those beavers last night, which was really cool. If I was going to do this trip again, there are a couple things I'd probably do differently. One, I would bring like a big trash bag or something to put my pillow and some of the other items in for the journey in the canoe, because like I said before, pretty much everything got wet in the bottom of the canoe just because there was like a tiny bit of water from the paddles dripping in or just whatever. So I would definitely bring something to put those in because that was really annoying. And then other times after the first canoe trip, if we went in the canoe, I would end up holding the stuff like on my legs to keep it out of the water, which was kind of annoying. So definitely I would bring something to keep things dry. And I'd also bring a towel, like a big full-size towel, just for helping to keep the canoe dry and maybe to dry my feet off after dipping them in the lake. And just obviously that would be just really convenient. Maybe a rope too for like a clothesline. Also the boat, like where we got the boat, they didn't provide a rope to like tie it off, but that was pretty much fine. We just drug it on shore and stuff. So, but still a rope, convenient. So I think that is pretty much all I would change. Oh, and I would bring a pad for the tent, which I already talked about, which normally we would use, but we didn't bring it. But I would definitely bring that if I ever camped here again, just because it's kind of like a sandy little pebbly area where the tents go, and it's like rock hard. So definitely had a hard time falling asleep. I had a harder time last night than I did the night before, but yeah, that padding would be so much better to have. I also wanted to share my amazing cooler tip. I don't know if it's that amazing, but it might help you out in the future. I always freeze a couple of these jugs. Like, see, there's still ice in there even after a couple of days. And then as it melts, you can drink the water. So you get nice cool water, nice and cool. I mean, it's still pretty cool in there and there's still ice. So that is like my tip, is to do that instead of getting like an ice bag and like dropping the ice in there, or just having the ice bag in there, because the ice melts, everything gets kind of soggy, it's gross. But with this, you can drink the water, and I just love doing that with the cooler. So that is my camping cooler tip for you. Dad's sad that the tent is all wet and can't be dried out. Oh, also something else I would change is I would not bring a long sleeve pajama shirt because I was kind of hot. I thought it would be cooler at night, and it did cool down at night, but in the tent it was pretty stuffy, and it's also pretty humid too. My hair can attest to that. So anyway, there's the lake out there this morning. It was a little bit foggy, but that has kind of gone away. Yeah, just beautiful. Look how calm the water is. Lovely. Here's a little wake. Let's just say, if you have a motorboat and there's someone in a canoe, don't go by super fast. Slow down and be a little considerate. Thank you. This has been a PSA. Also, it is so like spooky and moody today. I love it. It's so pretty. There's fog up there in the trees. It looks like we're just about to go off the edge of the earth. Look at this fog. You can't tell where the water ends and the sky begins. Also, I've learned that I paddle better when I'm singing Disney songs, so there's that. Super eerie out here. There's like barely any boats now. Alrighty, we have survived the fog. It was pretty thick there for a while, but very serene, kind of creepy, but I don't know, I liked the moody vibe. Anyway, we've made it back to the visitor center and we're gonna head out. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have learned about Voyageurs. It's definitely not the most popular national park, but it is gorgeous. If you aren't able to go out camping or anything like that, there are some trails that you don't have to use a boat to get to, and there's a couple overlooks, I think, too. And they also do boat tours if you want to do that. So there's a lot of ways to explore Voyageurs. Definitely really beautiful and just another amazing national park. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to check out my other videos. I have a bunch of other ones for national parks, including Badlands, most of the ones in Utah, Death Valley, just all over the place. So check those out, and I'll see you next time. All right, like and subscribe as well. I guess I should say that. Okay, bye. Oh yeah. No, there's people. You think moose wear a green shirt?
Here we are again.
No, they don't know about the mess up
I know.
the version that was messed up.
I just had to start somewhere.
Dad's over there. I think maybe he's lost his mind. He's talking like Kermit the Frog. But he doesn't sound very good. Dad, you're making me stop talking like Kermit the Frog. Okay.